He's supposed to have a copy of this.
I don't have
It's
it.
the budget from the president budget. And it's your budget.
You're supposed to have it.
You mean you didn't take interest in your own budget?
No. I have explained, sir.
No, sir. The president passed the budget. The first thing you should do is to take an interest and look at what is in this budget for TCN.
There's so much idea.
Before the president presented the
First thing you do immediately after the passage of the budget is to go and extract the budget size for TCN and also see the breakdown. But the way you are sounding now is you can't be bothered. That's the way it's coming out. Because I said, out of interest, I extracted budgets for my senatorial district. I didn't wait for anybody to give it to me. So for TCN, as the CEO of that agency, you are supposed to go and extract the budget size of your agency and see, oh, this is what we proposed. Let me see what came out for us. That's the normal thing. So please, I think we should
collapse. The Greek collapse, it was 8 number last year, not uncountable. Newspapers and some other people, they make a lot of speculations which are not true. Some are just there, just trying to see that there is problem with the grid, and they start writing and talking. Some of them is not even true, as it happened at the beginning of this year in January. It was written in the paper that there was a grid collapse, but TCN came out and made a statement and proved that there was no grid collapse. As you have said, sir, TCN is doing all what we can to make sure that we have a stable grid in this country. Therefore, we are working around the clock to make sure that we do not disappoint Nigerians. Going to our budget performance of last year, a total of 2,268,039,705 was allocated to Transmission Company of Nigeria. As of today, we are waiting for 2,268,039,705 yet to be released. Thank you very much, sir.
By the time I saw my junior brother, how far has he gone to put everything before the minister, before the Senate? This, how much are we going to spend on this obsolete, to replace the obsolete improvements? Then too, how far have we gone with the military that are supposed to assist in monitoring this national asset, so that this we are not going to harm this collapse?
Yeah, Mr. Chairman, this issue of power has agitated the minds of people over time. Now, the basic question I want to ask here is on the budget performance of 2024, the amount appropriated and the amount released. We are still having a balance of 2,246,000,000 out of 2,268,000,000. Is it that you don't go all out to seek for the release of this fund? You just stay at your comfort zone in your office waiting for it to come? Don't you apply any measure to see that enough is released, given the importance of this sector to the economy of this country? Because this power affects every person, whether you are in urban or rural area. It affects every activity of human endeavor. So why is it that so much is outstanding in terms of amount released compared to amount budgeted for?
Now
the release and also the appropriation, just carrying from what is said. The amount that we are talking about, 21 million, is it out of IGR or is it's from the amount appropriated? Going in line with what he said. Is the 21 million out of your own IGR or is it from the amount that is appropriated? That is when you will know whether you're following up or not.
But that 2 billion is what was given to us as an envelope. And we have to work with what we are given. Out of it, only 150 million naira was released. This is all what I'm talking today. I'm talking about federal government appropriation, not IGR. So out of that money, only 150 million, only 25 million was released to us out of that 2 billion. Apart from the fact that even at the beginning, that 2 billion was not enough. It is far below what we requested for, but that was what we were given. And it was never released. The whole amount was never released. On the issue of the security,
2 trillion including the replacement of this obsolete.
yes, sir. Everything is what they give us. On the issue of security, sir, we have done all what we can. We collaborate with the National Security Advisor. He has engaged civil defense, police, and military to look over our infrastructure. But still now, this thing is still going on. We may say that it has reduced, but not completely stopped.
What do you mean it has reduced? We just got the other day, we reduced and then
Because
you vandalized the cable
if you look at it, sir, last year, I don't know, EDTSP, how many towers were vandalized last year? Even in Bayelsa, we had the Shigoro Kaduna line, then we had some in Apir, Mokode Apir. So that's why I'm saying sir, it's reduced now.
I'll conclude.
They are challenging you from the pillar, not to talk of Bayelsa. They are challenging you right from the heart of Abuja. And in Abuja, not in Maitama Ogan, right inside the group.
Yes.
So if that line can be sabotaged, then how can you guarantee
Where else in Nigeria is
where else is safe?
Yes, we cannot tell the government that TCN alone cannot protect these national assets. That's why we need the support of the security forces.
You cannot make the army itself as an organization.
We have contact with them. But you see, all these security agencies are under the office of the NSA. So anytime we send a request to the NSA, he has the way he coordinates with the military, with the Navy, with the Air Force, and all the other security agencies.
certain things clear.
Again, Chairman.
The money that is given to TCN, which is just 2 billion, that's not what TCN operates from. TCN operates on both its IGR and the multilateral agencies fund. TCN also cooperates with FGN Power and the other agencies of government that are doing. I mean, that is what you use. Because everybody says that it's just 2 billion that is given to you, then we will get it wrong. Because even your salaries alone for 1 month, more than 2 billion. In other words, we need to know what you spend on, not just the appropriation from the federal government. Because if we're looking at the appropriation from the federal government, we'll get it wrong. Now you got only 21 billion from the appropriation of the federal government, but you're still here. You haven't told us that you have closed down a platform. So there must be something. Please, can you break it down and let us know?
Which, Chairman, to me here, you invite me to come and talk on federal government appropriation. If you had invited me here to come and talk about IGR, I could have come with my IGR and explained that.
Okay. So we'll give you another date for IGR.
No, personnel, the total.
Okay, it will be total. We can't do half and half.
In 2025 proposal, you have 3 items here, and they are all ongoing. So why are they not in the 2024 account? So, and again, Mr. Chairman, sir,
Just a minute.
this
When we come to 2025, that you're using, that's number one. Then we can go to your 2025. So you can now ask a question, Peter.
Right. So it doesn't give us a full total picture of what is happening on the particular subhead of the budget in line.
3 ongoing projects that are not reflected in 2024. So that looks like some sort of a discrepancy. If they're ongoing, I would have thought that you, since you are looking for money for them, that it would have also been reflected in the 2024 budget. That's all I wanted to ask.
I have over 120 ongoing projects, but funds were not provided for these projects. So when I was given 2.2 billion, I sat down and looked, how do I use this money? This money cannot even buy a transformer. So what I did is I put the whole amount under compensation and value for transmission lines and projects. This is out of which only 25 million was released. That's what I have in utilization. Now, when it comes to the new budget, where are you seeing ongoing? It is the same thing. This year, TCN was given 3.5 billion. Still, this 3.5 billion is very small. So we look at how do we spread this 3.5 billion. Now, the first item is what we have in 2024. We put it there and put ongoing. The second item, erosion control. Erosion control is done on our transmission towers. This is also ongoing. As I have mentioned earlier, I have over 120 projects just because there was no funds on it. That's why I did not bring them up. So, but I bring them this year just to allocate no small amount to them. Then the next one, procurement of instrument transformers and relays for enforcement of national grid. I also put 450,000 there. Then the one that I knew are the last two. We want to construct an ISO Port Harcourt administrative building and automation of energy balance and technology. What we did in TCN, we have the TSP, we have the ISO, and we have the MO. So we try to divide this money into 3 so that each of the sections will get something out of it. That's how we came out with this budget.
M.D. Brought by the president with you because we have the sheets here.
Okay.
You will notice that for this year, the project that gave for 3.5 billion is compensation for transmission lines and substation projects. The compensation is 3.5 billion, but in your budget, you now say the compensation is 1.7. In other words, what you're giving us is different from what the president proposed. So how do we marry the two? Or the president proposes and you decide on your own to, you're not the National Assembly. What you ought to have done would have been to bring it to the National Assembly to tell us what you want. This is the proposal that we have for this funding. It is our job to break it down, not your job. Because you are part of the executive. You can't also change what the president has brought.
Noted, Chairman, let me explain. We submitted what TCN repair to work in the whole year. But a message was passed to us that an envelope of 3.5 billion was given to TCN. So we should go and break it down. This is what we did. But this one, the present proposal, I'm seeing it for the first time. It's now you are giving it to me. What I know is the ministry told us that we have 3.5 billion envelope. We should go and break it down. And this is what we present as our budget.
You're supposed to abstain. You're supposed to have a copy of this.
I don't have
It's the budget from the president budget.
And it's your budget.
You're supposed to have it.
You mean you didn't take interest in your own budget?
No, I have explained, sir.
No, sir. The president passed the budget. The first thing you should do is to take an interest and look at what is in this budget for TCN.
Before the president presented the budget, he said break down that envelope.
You understand that, sir?
Now we did that, sir. Now, by the time the president brings this budget, they are supposed to give us this, which you have done now. But before that, nobody has given
Who
us
is supposed to give you?
the ministry.
Nobody gave me a copy of the budget. I sought for it out of interest, and I started projects coming to my senatorial district.
Okay, you are a senator.
Out of, so you have no interest
No,
in what happens this year.
If I have no interest, I wouldn't have submitted.
The first thing you do immediately after the passage of the budget is to go and extract the budget size for TCN and also see the breakdown. But the way you are standing now is you can't be bothered. That's the way it's coming out. Because I said, out of interest, I extracted budgets for my senatorial district. I didn't wait for anybody to give it to me. So for TCN, as the CEO of that agency, you are supposed to go and extract the budget size of your agency and see, oh, this is what we proposed. Let me see what came out for us. That's the normal thing.
Mr. Chairman,
So please, I think we should.
Mr. Chairman, I have a problem with this ongoing.
No, like, just go there. It's that ongoing that we're looking at.
Okay.
It's a breakdown of the other one. And we need to really be very we'll have to, please. We have to be circumspect here. I think what we probably will have to do, with your consent, is that we adjourn this and then ask him to go back, get the federal government budget, and then rework his 2025. And when coming back again, he comes with everything, including the overhead, everything, I think. So that we don't just. Are you okay with that? Yes, sir. All in favor that we ask him to step down this defense and come back for doing this. Say aye. Aye. We'll write to you and we will put everything down so that you appreciate exactly what the committee wants for you. Mr. John, Senator.
Nominal rules.
We'll write everything.